Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and this is going to be tag day. I'm going to be knocking out a few of the tags that I was tagged in. Sorry it's taken me so long to get to these. I'm probably not going to be doing many, if any, tags anymore. I kind of just don't have the time for it. I love to do tags. I think they're a lot of fun, and I always love when the people get ideas to do tags because I think some of them are really, really brilliant. But with that being said, I just don't have a lot of time right now. This is, of course, the James Bond tag, the 007 tag, created by my good buddy Sean Patrick Erschen. Of course, I was tagged by him. Now, Sean, Brad, and myself, we did a live stream, I believe it was last year, and we ranked all of our James Bond films from least favorite to favorite. So he knows my love for these films. Of course, Brad does too. And here we go. Let's see. Question number one is favorite James Bond gadget. Now, this one was a tough one because he has so many awesome gadgets, but the one I kept coming back to when I kept going over all of them in my mind is the Rolex watch because it had more than one purpose to it, and it served, of course, more than one purpose. Um, you had the magnet setting, which was good for getting him out of stuff, and of course, taking down zippers, if you remember. And you also had the buzzsaw part of the Rolex watch, which, when he was tied up, he got him out of the ropes and stuff like that. So that, I would imagine, would have to be my favorite. Okay, question number two. Favorite villain in a James Bond film? This may surprise a lot of people. It used to be our Goldfinger because that was one of my favorites of all time. But when I saw Casino Royale, it just became. First of all, I think Mads Mikkelsen is a brilliant actor, and of course he was in that. He played Le Chiffre, and he was a great villain, very brutal, and in my opinion, the chair scene alone definitely makes him the best villain. If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you've seen it, it hurts me to watch it. Question number three is favorite James Bond car. That one's easy. That's the Aston Martin from Goldfinger. It has so many neat gadgets, and that was actually the first James Bond film I saw, which got me into James Bond when I was a little kid. It was my father's favorite, probably still is, and we used to have it on a CED video disc. So, question number four is favorite actor to play James Bond. Now, I grew up, of course, in the Roger Moore era. But my favorite is Sean Connery. I like Roger Moore. I like everyone who's played James Bond except for George Lazenby. But Sean Connery's always been my favorite. It was how I was introduced to James Bond and just has been my favorite over the years. Question number five is favorite Bond girl. Now, there have been a lot of Bond girls, a lot of beautiful Bond girls. But while she may not be my favorite, I think she's the best, and that's Tracy from Her Majesty's Secret Service. For the simple reason that James Bond married her, so, you know. Question number six. Favorite action scene in a James Bond film? Now, me, while I love all the films, I'm all about the beginning. If you have an exciting beginning, then you have me hooked for the rest of the film. And the two I wanted to talk about was The Spy Who Loved Me and For Your Eyes Only. Now, For Your Eyes Only has a bit of a pacing problem in it. While I still do love it, I think it was like midway in my ranking. But the beginning is awesome. You have Blofeld, you have the helicopter, and you also have James Bond visiting his wife's gravesite, which is, if I remember correctly, the only other mention of Tracy in the series. Just awesome. And of course, The Spy Who Loved Me. I always liked the song. Well, it's not my favorite, But him skiing and going off the cliff, I mean, to me, it was just exciting seeing the big British flag on the parachute. It's just awesome. All right, question number 7. Favorite plot in a James Bond film? The best plot, in my opinion, is Skyfall, without a doubt. And I do believe it's my favorite. Goldfinger is very close. Now, Goldfinger is a little bit more of a simplistic plot, and it's very unrealistic, but it's just fun. Irradiating the gold from Fort Knox and then going and stealing it is just too much fun, in my opinion. But Skyfall is a different type of story for James Bond. It's a brilliant movie, it really is. And it tells a lot about his past. Question number 8. Who would you like for the next James Bond? Now, I'm no good at this. The one I wanted was Pierce Brosnan, and he couldn't get out of his Remington Steele contract. So we got Timothy Dalton instead, who I thought was a great Bond. We eventually got Pierce Brosnan, which I was really happy about. And to be honest, when they announced that Daniel Craig was going to replace Pierce Brosnan, I was really disappointed. And it's kind of a silly reason, but he has blonde hair. James Bond doesn't have blonde hair. Never has in any of the films. But what do I know? He's done a fantastic job. But the person I would have to go with, because I looked online, I guess Tom Hardy. I'm not good at this kind of stuff. I would say Cillian Murphy, but he's too small. But I guess Tom Hardy from the people that I saw that they had picked on there. Question number 9. Favorite James Bond film is Dr. No. Anyone who knows me, of course, knows that. I know Sean knows that. I know Brad knows that. It was Goldfinger until I saw Dr. No, and it's just, Dr. No is just so much fun, in my opinion. Question number 10. What is the most underrated James Bond film? To me, that's easy. That's Quantum of Solace. Everybody craps on this film, but to me, it has some of the best action scenes in any of the Bond films. And it's a pretty interesting story. Question number 11. What is the worst James Bond film? Now, I love them all. My least favorite is From Russia with Love. Now, I know that's a lot of people's favorite. It has a great villain with Robert Shaw. But to me, it's kind of boring. It always has been. I don't know. That's the one I probably watched the least. Even though that has a great beginning, too. So, question number 12. Now we're talking here. Favorite theme song in a Bond film? For me, that's License to Kill from Gladys Knight. Hardly ever gets talked about. Of course, the ones that you hear mostly about, that you heard on the radio, was For Your Eyes Only, Spy Who Loved Me, View to a Kill from Duran Duran, The Living Daylights from Aha. But it's Gladys Knight with License to Kill. I think it's a brilliant song. 13 is the one I had the most trouble with, and that is favorite line in a James Bond film. Now, he has great lines. In Goldfinger, it was shocking, positively shocking, when he throws the guy in the bathtub and then puts the radio, I think it is, a radio or a fan, hairdryer, I can't remember. But he has so many great lines. I thought Christmas only comes once a year. But I'm going to go with something a little bit downhearted, and that is from my least favorite actor in a James Bond film, which is kind of weird. It's We Have All the Time in the World, because I thought that was a very sad way to end a film, and it had probably the biggest impact on me than any other line in any of the movies. So, but yeah, this was a fun one. I don't know who to tag because I'm not sure who exactly is James Bond fans. Feel free to do this one. I'm sorry I'm kind of late to the game on this one, but this is one I definitely wanted to do because, like I said, Sean knows my love for James Bond. And yeah, if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.